All right, students. So for 6.04, okay, first of all, sorry I can't be there. I am in another meeting, and on Friday, I'm going to my sister-in-law's graduation from law school. So this is going to be a tough week. I'm here at lunch, so at least today and tomorrow, but Friday, I'm going to be in LA. So we've already done 6.03, 6.02, and look up here. Ooh, so here we've got level 1 where we first started. This is the exact same thing as 6.04. So we're kind of skipping this for now, and we're going to look at 6.05, factoring by grouping. What makes factoring by grouping so unique is that when we're looking at these are so big, right? Oh my gosh, there's so much here. And what you have to notice about these is that they are not trinomials. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. So the way that we tackle these is we go 1, 2, cut it up, 3, 4. Okay, let's try it again. See this sign here has to belong to the second half. It's really important. Okay, so that negative sign belongs to the 75. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be what we call our step 1. So we're going to use this as our steps to solve. We're going to say, I call this drawing the fence. Draw the fence. My penmanship today. Number 2 is to factor the GCF from each side of the fence. All right, so hopefully you're writing that down. As I look at number 1, I've got 25 and 5. That means that those are both divisible by 5. So I'm going to show the 5 on the outside. And then I always take the lowest exponent. So that's v to the 2. And I'm thinking, okay, 5 times what would give me back 25? 5. And then it's v to the 3rd. So plus another v. Then it's positive 5v squared times 1 makes 5v squared. Okay, then this is a plus sign for the 30. I put a plus sign here. And then 30 and 6, those are both divisible by 6. So I take the 6 to the outside. And 6 times 5v would give me back 30. 6 times positive 1 gives me back 6. So we factored both sides of the fence. Step 3. Right? Oh. Step 3 is check. Check that binomials match. So the binomials are the parts that are like, you know, here and here. So if they match, then you've done it right and you're going to get the right answer. So there are hints in math. Isn't that cute? Okay. They are the same. So then number 4 is to write the answer. I just try to spell answer with a C. Answer, I get it. And it's going to be GCF plus GCF times the binomial that we already checked that matched. So that's going to be 5v squared plus 6 times the 5v plus 1. And that's our final answer. So we're just going to box it up. I think we need to make this a little bit thicker. And that's it. So it's a little bit tricky. When you first look at it, you think it's going to be too much, but it's just GCF. So 105 and 175, this one's for me. The rest of them you can see are much smaller numbers. I just happen to think, okay, if I don't know the factors, only if I don't know what can I divide them both by that's big, and they're big numbers, then I'm going to factor tree these. So I'm saying 5 and 21, 5 and 35. So that's a 7 and 5, and that's a 7 and 3. So I just did the prime factorization, and I see that they both have a 5 and a 7, which means that 35 is the GCF. 5 times 7. Then I would have n, the lowest exponent is n to the 2. And then I'm going to be left with 3n plus, this one had 5 left over. So only do that if you have to. Otherwise, it's easier to just divide. And now here, this starts with a negative. So we take out a negative. This is going to be negative. And then that changes both of these to positive. So 75 and 125, those are types of quarters, right? 75 is 3 quarters. And 125 is 5 quarters. And then we're going to take the 35 n squared minus 25 and 3n plus 5. Final answer. Now, as I'm looking at this, I'm seeing 35 and 25, and I think final answer. I could have done a pre-step, which is GCF first. So how can I do that from here? Well, 35 and 25, those are both divisible by 5. So I'm going to take that 5 to the outside of just this. It's going to give me 7n squared minus 5. And then we still, this doesn't change. So 3n plus 5. And this is actually the best answer. So let's see that GCF first, if that applies to number 3. These are all even. 96 and 84 and 112 are divisible by 4, but 98 is not. So I'm going to divide all of these by 2 first. 2. Half of 96. 48. Minus half of 84. Plus half of that would be 56. X. And then half of 98, 49. Looking at the new problem, I don't think there's a GCF inside of all of these. So now I'm going to start over, and it's a lot easier to start. I like this. So, okay. When I look at this, I see, okay, 48 and 42. I can divide those both by 6. X to the second power. That's going to give me 8x minus 7. 56 and 49, it's positive, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to divide both of those by 7, and I'm going to get 8x minus 7. Hey, my binomials match. I'm feeling really good. I write my answer, 6x squared plus 7. Oh, I put 2 parentheses. 8x minus 7. And then the only thing that I might forget about is this 2, and that just goes out front. So that GCF first goes out front like the 5 did, and we just have to remember it. Okay, so let's see if there's any other problems that have a GCF first. I don't see any. So in that case, they're just going to be easier. Isn't that nice? Okay, so we'll do one more. We'll do number 4, and then the rest are for you to practice and try. So we draw the fence. Take out the GCF, 4y squared. I'm forgetting to show you guys an important test. Okay. We'll do it on this one. Okay, so that's going to be 7y plus 4. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 4 is 16. It starts with a negative. I take out a negative and I change these to plus, or change both of their signs. Let's do number 5 also. So 21 and 12, those are both divisible by 3, giving me 7y plus 4. The binomials match. I've got 4y squared minus 3, 7y plus 4. That is the sound of it being 5:30 a.m. Okay. Let's do this test. Okay. 4 times 7, that should be 28y to the third. Check. 4 times negative 3, negative 12. Check. So just doing a quick first last check. So going back to this one, 5v times 25v to the second would be, okay, I did the math. It's 25v to the third. And that's what we have. Okay. I don't know these ones, but here's 21 and then times 5, 105. Negative 5 times 5, negative 25, and then times 5. So that GCF makes it a little tricky. 6 times 8, 48, times 2, 96, yes. And then 7 times 7, 49, and times 2, 98. So a little bit harder there. Okay. So I want you to try 5. You can pause or whatever. We draw the fence. Okay, 4 and 12. Those are both divisible by 4. We take out the smallest exponent, which is v squared. And then 4 times what? 4 times v minus 4 times 3 to make 12. We start with a negative. So this one is the first time where we're going to actually have to see. We're going to take the negative out. And I change this sign to positive, and this one changes to negative. Important. They both change sign. And this is the first time where they had different signs. 5 and 15, we're going to divide by 5. We're going to get, v does not look like what we wanted. It's not doing my pen well. V, and now it's minus 15, so minus 3. And now the binomials match. So we got 4v squared minus 5 times v minus 3. And let's check it. 4v squared times v, 4v to the third, check. Negative 5 times negative 3, a negative times a negative is a positive, and that's what this one was in the original. So we're feeling very good. So have fun with these. You guys are going to be doing a really fun goose chase. Okay, so finish these 1, 2, 3, 4 on your page with your friends. The answer key is provided for your sub, and then you need to download the Goose Chase app. You're going to be given a factoring card, and then you're going to like have fun. You're going to take pictures, read the directions. I hope you have a lot of fun.